Namaskar, I'm Dr. Ashutosh Trivedi, Assistant Professor, Department of Political Science, Satyavati College, Delhi University. This video is assignment 2 of day 6, topic Dicey's concept of rule of law. So in this video, we'll be discussing about Dicey's concept of rule of law. But before we start about Dicey's concept of rule of law, let us understand that before Dicey, there were many thinkers, those who have talked about rule of law. According to Plato, the meaning of rule of law is that it is supreme in nature and nobody is above the law. According to Aristotle, who has written that law should be the final sovereign of the state. According to Sir Edward Coke, rule of law means the absence of arbitrary power on the part of the government. The concept of rule of law can also be traced through various ancient Indian traditions and mechanisms, included as dharma, nyaya, rajdharma, etc. In the modern times, the concept of rule of law was expounded by A.V. Dicey. So, here we'll be talking about the concept of rule of law given by Dicey. We can understand Dicey's concept of rule of law, which basically has three pillars, with the help of the following graph. So, according to Dicey, there are three pillars important for rule of law. First, law is supreme or supremacy of the law. Second, equality before the law. And third, predominance of legal spirit. The first pillar, according to Dicey, is law is supreme or supremacy of the law, which means law is above all and no one is beyond the law, even the lawmakers. In context of India also, this principle is very much visible. Our constitution is considered to be the supreme law of the land. Second principle is the equality before the law, which means fair law applied in just manner, which means no discrimination. Everyone is equal before the law, equal protection of the law, equal punishment for the violation of law. In India also, we have equality before the law, equal protection of the law, and equal punishment for the violation of the law. So therefore, this second principle also applies in Indian context. The third pillar or principle is the predominance of legal spirit. Actually, Dicey believes that law enforcing authorities could be found in courts. Courts as law enforcers, and they should be, number one, impartial. Number two, free from external influences. So, therefore, this pillar basically talks about freedom of judiciary, which becomes an indispensable pillar of the rule of law. In context of India, we have an impartial and free, independent judiciary. Rule of law under the Indian Constitution, Article 14, 19, and 21. Golden Triangle Articles, Article 32, 2 to 6, etc. And there are various other articles which basically reflect that India is based upon rule of law, and there is a provision of rule of law under the Indian Constitution. Rule of law is also part of basic structure, which basically cannot be changed. I hope I have defined Dicey's concept of rule of law in a simple way. Thank you very much.